What is going on, guys? Panther here, bringing you our APA Wi-Fi Season 2 Week 1 match against Phantombass and the New York Cosmogs. So, really wanted to bring you guys this match as a live commentary. Unfortunately, just due to some scheduling, was not able to do that. So, this match is going to be a post-com, obviously, as you can tell up on the screen. But nonetheless, this was a really fun battle. So, we're just going to go over the team real quick, and then we'll go ahead and jump into things. So I predicted like 4 out of his 6 mons correctly. Knew the Empoleon was going to come primarily for Mega Guard. It was either going to be that or the Lick Licky that Tyler had on his team. Knew Mew would come because Mew's usually coming every week. Scolipede had a really good matchup against my team, so I figured that would come. Comfy, I figured may come. Wasn't completely sure though, because Kieran Black's Ironhead still did quite a lot to it, even if it was max defense. Infernape I predicted to come because Infernape's too good not to come, and as you can see from my team, Infernape just really hits my team really hard. My dedicated answers, and I have to say answers because I have to use 2, is Suicune and Crobat to it. Crobat also is there to check the Scolipede. Suicune's there to help with the Mega Aerodactyl. Obviously, we've got the Crocodile and the Magnezone to help us out with the Mew just a little bit. As far as my team composition goes, I was Magnet Rise, Magnezone. Forgot what that thing was called for a minute. Suicune said I was just bulky with Toxic. And I may have been Rest, maybe like Rest, Sleep Talk or something. I think I was Rest, Sleep Talk now I'm thinking about it. I was Sub Calm Mind, Mega Gardevoir. I was just bulky Crocodile with Stealth Rock, and then ICMZ Kieran Black just to absolutely nuke something. So looking at the matchups here, I knew Empoleon was most likely going to be the lead. Just looking at my team matchup, because I was thinking it was probably going to be Shed Shell, either Shed Shell or Shuka, to either take on my Magnezone or take on my Empoleon, my Crocodile. So I decided to lead with Magnezone, predicting him to go ahead and lead with the Empoleon. So turn 1 here, we lead with Magnezone, so it is out on the field. First time I've ever used Magnezone in a battle, period. And then there is the Penguin. So it is here. So turn 1, I actually just decided to throw off a Thunderbolt here. I wasn't sure if it was going to be Wakan, what exactly it was going to be, or if it was going to be even Shed Shell or not. So he reveals that he is Shed Shell right there, but I'm able to get a big Thunderbolt off on Mew, which does, as you can see, a lot of damage. That there telling me he's primarily defensively invested, so we've got to keep that in mind for later in the battle. But I can freely go out into Mew here. I'm going to take the knockoff, the Will-O-Wisp, U-turn, whatever he wants to go for. I did think he would go for the Roost there, though, just to keep himself nice and healthy. So what this does now, it allows me to get my sub, since I know he is a bulkier Mew. So I'm able to go ahead and get my substitute off here, because what I've done, I don't have a lot of speed. I just have I have enough speed for a bulky Mew, because Tyler's speed tiers are kind of wonky. So he has really fast mons and kind of really slow mons. So able to get my sub up, which is really good. He's able to get the taunt off, but the Hyper Voice is still going to be enough to 2-hit KO the Mew. So I'm able just to fire off a huge Hyper Voice here and hit whatever wants to come in. Even if it's the Empoleon, that's okay. Even if this thing's max Spadef, I'm modest max special attack Mega Gardevoir. And I do have a chance to 2-hit KO this thing if he is not Chople Berry with Focus Blast on this following turn right here. So here, I'm just able to fire off a big Focus Blast, pray that it hits, and as you can see, we connect. And we do enough to knock out the Empoleon. So 1 kill for Mega Gardevoir already on the season in turn 4 there, and we still have our sub intact, which is not good for Tyler here. So he goes out to Comfy next. Not sure really what this thing wanted to do to me. So he's able to get his Calm Mind up, which is respectable. I didn't know how much investment this thing would actually end up having, but I think I can 1v1 this thing with Calm Mind once the taunt wears off. And as you can see, this Hyper Voice here, that's +1 Comfy, just does a tremendous amount. So our taunt actually wears off here at the end of this turn after the leftovers hits, of course. So the taunt wears off, so he thinks I'm going to Calm Mind here. He taunts my sub again just to make sure I can't Calm Mind. and we end up just throwing off another Hyper Voice here. So sub remains intact, unfortunately for Tyler, and Mega Guard claims its second kill of the match. So we've got 2 kills now with Mega Guard, and we still have our sub intact. So this really forces him to go out now to the Mega Aerodactyl just to break our sub. So we're going to do a lot with the Hyper Voice regardless, no matter what he does. So he still doesn't know at this point if I have what my final move is. So he doesn't know if I have Calm Mind or if it's Psyshock. I could just be sub 3 attacks. But he fires off the Rock Slide. That's definitely going to be enough to break my sub. But as you can see, my Hyper Voice is definitely going to be enough to 2-hit KO him. So fire off a big Hyper Voice here. And this is supposed to do like 80%, but only did about 60%. So that tells me he had a lot of investment. And I have a lot of investment as well, so we're easily able to take this Rock Slide, praying for not to get flinched. And Mega Guard claims its 3rd kill of the match. So we're roughly 10 turns in. Mega Guard is on fire here, knocking out 3 Pokemon. Unfortunately, this invites in Scolipede here. So I didn't know exactly what he wanted to do. Didn't know if he wanted to set up a spike. What was going on exactly. Didn't know if he wanted to like just pass some speed or what exactly. So I got to Crobat, which can take anything that Scolipede wants to throw at it, even if it's Rock Slide. This isn't one of his Z users, so I do not have to worry about this thing using a Z move on me. So he goes to the Rock Slide, just really praying not to get flinched here. And again, we do not get flinched. That's not even enough to 2-hit KO me anyways after Black Sludge, so that is the good news. But we do fire off a big Brave Bird, and we're really sitting in a really good position here. So there's the big Brave Bird. We knock out Scolipede, 6-2 now in our favor. So what this does here, though, is it invites in Mew. He could still go. He doesn't go up to Infernape, so we know Infernape's not Scarf now at this point, which is scary. I would much rather it be Scarf Infernape because I just deal with that so much better. But that is what it is. Fire off the U-turn here on the Mew. And I want to go out to my Kyurem Black here because I know I can take a Psychic or I can take whatever he wants to really throw at me. If he wants to, I don't think he would burn there. I think he's more than likely going to Psychic. He does turn out to reveal the Infestation, so cool tech on his part. And we've got this thing damaged a little bit, and so I know my Z move picks up a kill here. So we're just going to go ahead and for style points, fire off a big Z move here. We're going to fire off that Sub-Zero Slammer, which from a max attack, Kyurem Black is just going to absolutely claim a kill. So it was really fun just being able to click this move here because obviously the animation's so cool. Kyurem Black's such a cool Pokemon. And look at this. It just destroys whatever is in there. It's just absolute monster. So there goes that defensive Mew. And we're sitting pretty. So here's the thing. I can't let this thing set up because this thing actually can still beat me. Infernape's a monster. So I stay in here just trying to... I think Dragon Claw did like 90% or something. But he's able to kill me with the Focus Blast, which is fine. I'm not playing for differential at this point. I'm playing to secure the win against this monster right here. So we're able to do that. Yeah, I know he's not Scarf. Even if he is, if he's Scarf Focus Blast, that's fine. And we fire off the Brave Bird. Unless he's Koba Berry or Focus Sash, we're in good shape. And he is not. So I'm thinking some type of Z move or Expert Belt set there in case me and Tyler play again. And actually, Crobat ends up living on 5 HP. So we'll take that as well for differential's sake. So good game to you, Tyler. Don't hang your head too much, man. You definitely did not have a great matchup here in this one. Mega Gardevoir was just such a hard Pokemon for your team to deal with. About the same as Infernape. Infernape was for me to deal with. It was incredibly scary for me to prep for, but you know, I was just able to get in Mega Gardevoir early and then just get that sub up and just really put too much pressure on your team. So good game again to you, man. I know you'll bounce back this season, so good luck in your division if you're watching this. But really excited, guys, about how we started the Wi-Fi season here. Next week we get Jock and the Dumfirm Lanoons, so a incredible test next week against our good buddy Jock. So looking forward to that one for sure. So be sure to check out the battle next week. be sure to check out the video on Tyler's channel as well. We'll be sure to have his link in the description down below. But would really appreciate the support on the video, guys. Like, sub, get me to 50, guys. So close. Been so close for such a long time. I keep sitting there at 47, 48. Keep back and forth. Playing with my heart and soul, guys. Playing with my heart and soul. But anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. And until next week, guys, we'll see ya.